Welcome to the Wallace Show Aftercast, all the stuff that we did not get to during the course of the show today. I had found that celebrities are starting to dip their toe into our world a lot more since podcasting became a thing. And so, like, these celebrities that are between projects want to dabble in podcasts because then I get to, be a normal person and say these things and get what I really love most, and that's recognition. Hey, why don't you stay in your own media? Like, stay where you do. You do. Like
I like Amy Poehler.
Okay, it's funny you mention her. We're going to talk about her. The Golden Globes now has a category for the best podcast. It's all podcasts by celebrities, okay? Wow. So you've got Amy Poehler with
Dax
her
Shepard.
Good Hang. Dax Shepard was another one, Armchair Expert. You had Alex Cooper, I don't know her, Call Her Daddy. Mel Robbins' podcast. And Up First, Smartless from NPR, which is co-hosted by Will Arnett, who was also married to Amy Poehler before. And the winner is Amy Poehler.
Yay!
Yeah. And her acceptance speech, though, was great. She says, I don't know about award shows, but when they get it right, it makes sense.
That's good.
I have great respect for all the people that I'm nominated with. I am big fans of all of you, except for NPR. Just a bunch of celebs phoning it in, so try harder. She's kidding.
That's great.
But that was about her ex-husband, which is really funny because I know people that like the Smartless podcast because it's him, Jason Bateman, and Sean Hayes, I think, that was on Will and Grace. I tried listening to it, and I couldn't. I thought it'd be super interesting, and these guys are all really funny in their own right, and they kind of like did what podcasts do worst, talk all over each other and spend time being loose and random, and I don't know. I tried. I really wanted to like it, but I couldn't get into it. Amy Poehler, how does she describe her podcast, Good Hang, is an attempt to try to make a very rough and unkind world filled with a little bit more love and laughter and laughing with people, not at them.
I think she does that really well.
That's a misstep. You want to laugh at people.
No.
I mean, that's where the real comedy
There's a time
comes
and
from.
place.
Yeah, there's a time and place, but I think she does that very well.
Yeah. Have you listened to her podcast much?
A little bit.
Okay, yeah, I haven't. I think she's a great talent. I think she's fantastic.
I love her in Parks and Rec.
Okay. 100%. She's a great actress. She was great on Saturday Night Live. Like, I really have a lot of respect for her. I just think it's interesting that celebrities have, I'm curious what the draw is for them, or is it somebody going, hey, you can make money doing this because people are just going to listen to your podcast. They're going to listen to anything you say. You know, why did they get into this? Do they feel, oh, this is a place where I can actually be me and say more? You know, I don't know.
I think you can stay relevant. You can stay in front of the people's eye.
Maybe, because if you don't have a project, you'd be
Right.
gone. Yeah.
But maybe it is truly a place to let loose a little bit more for them.
Sure.
Because their whole life is playing someone they're not.
And it's calculated.
Yeah.
Like everything they say and tweet and post has to run through a publicist. And I am curious about that stuff. I mean, for me, I know that the Aftercast is more free than the radio. And so that's why I enjoy it, you know. But it's still in my vein of what I do. You know, and so it's weird. Like musicians are like, oh, I'm gonna do a podcast now, and most of those fail because they might, like David Lee Roth from Van Halen did like a podcast, and he went through like the first month and like interviewed everybody that he knew, and he's not a good interviewer, but he told all his stories and he had nothing. You know, now he's back on the road, which is probably worse.
I think even within our industry, like for a hot second there, everyone
had a podcast.
In our industry had a podcast. The only one I ever still see promoting it and doing it, and I think still doing a good job of it, is Matthew West.
Matthew West, yeah.
That's the only one I ever see a lot of. They can still be out there. I just see Matthew all the time.
Well, they had a venue on another Christian radio company. They made an outlet, and then they made it really attractive for all these artists because they wanted all these artists on their platform, bringing people to that. But then, like most podcasts, they fail. You know, the vast majority of podcasts fail rather quickly. Somebody that's interesting to me in the podcast space is, come on, Wally. We love her. She has her own network of podcasts. Come on.
Oh, Annie F.
Annie F. Downs. Yeah. Love Annie F. Downs. We've had her on the show before. She's great. She would be interesting to, I'm curious, like, because she handpicks, like, what goes on her network. And she's smart to create the place for people to have a podcast. Like, that's how you make money. You don't do the best when you're the person that is way down the tree on a marketing scheme, but the person that started it and gets a piece of everybody, like, that's smart, because whether podcasts fail or not, you just replace it with another one, and she is set herself up as the distributor. That was ingenious. But I like her angle. It's like, I want to, either do podcasts that I like or people I want to be friends with. I'm like, oh, that's really smart.
Which is not the, in some cases, you get a podcast and you get a podcast. Yeah. Being picky with your content is ultimately better than just having quantity.
Yeah. I've never talked to her about podcasting because I'm probably contractually not allowed to. But like, I would be interested to know what her model is, or the other people's, the business side of it. Like, Joe Rogan has made millions upon millions in the podcast space, and he breaks all the rules, but he does it well, and he's an interesting person, and he's not very confrontational, which is interesting about him. He's more like, he comes across as somebody that 9 times out of 10 wants to learn, and give people the space to talk. Like, I think he does a really good job with it. Yeah, but it's long. It's way too long for me to get through a whole podcast. I tried.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, maximum, I'll even listen to sports stuff, and I can only do it at 15 minutes at a time. And then I'm kind of like, all right, let's go do something else.
I'll listen to, and I never listen to podcasts in town. I only listen to them when I'm driving, like, like on vacation, where I can dedicate hours to listening to one, like, series of podcasts. Like, I listen to a lot of, like, the serial type stuff. And so I'm thankful for everybody that listens to ours. And so, I mean, Amy Poehler winning an award right out of the gate, that's got to feel good. We've been up for one 3 times, never won.
Are we up again this year?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
It's coming up in
May.
I'm
praying that we won't be, because like a 4th year, because what happens in the radio industry is they go, hey, we want to celebrate radio podcasts. And then they pick all the ones that have 4 episodes a year, that they have 8 people producing them, and then they put like all these sound effects in. It's not a radio podcast. It's a regular, like, dramatized podcast. And so they pick that, and that wins. Yet they keep lumping us in there. I didn't want to be part of it, but like, our company was like, you kind of have to be. I'm like, dadgummit. And so I submitted to it again and again and again. And like, I'm really praying that this year, like, we're not even in the mix, because I don't want to submit to it again just to be shot down. Like, become the Susan Lucci of podcasts.
I get what you're saying.
You get it? Yeah.
I do. But I also, the award is for podcasts, but it's for a certain demographic. And you try to push the limit. You don't want to be known for what they want to be known for.
No, not at all.
So ultimately, they're putting you up for a prize just as a holder.
Yeah, because I've been there the longest, and we've had the most. The irony is, we've had the most success of all of these podcasts that everybody keeps talking about, and they keep putting in the narrative for this award. We have had the most downloads and the most success in this space, but it doesn't matter because it's not popular speak for them. But people like it, and God bless you. I'm so thankful. I would rather have 40 million downloads than 4 awards, or whatever. I'd much rather have people enjoying it and liking what we do than ever win an award for it.
But would we mind having both?
Both is great, but no. At this point, no, because at this point it feels like a pity award. Like, if you're up for a 4th time, and then they're like, "All right, you know what? We really kind of got to give this person this one." Like, that feels like a pity award, and so
let's keep losing.
Yeah, I know. Well, because I know that's the thing. You just hit on it, Gavin. You either have to keep losing so that you are the Susan Lucci, like, that's been nominated 18 times and never won, so that when you do win on like the 19th time, it's funny. Or just fade out of it. Like, and I would almost rather fade out of it, except for I do like the trip to go down there.
Do we do that if we're not?
Yeah, so that is nice, because it's like at a radio conference, and so we get to go and see people that we know, but we don't get to see often and everything. So I do like that. But it'll be interesting to see. I haven't heard anything. I'm trying to think of when they typically start to hear stuff. I think it will be soon if there is anything, because I think it's in May or something like that. So.
Yeah, it's in May.
It's in May. All right. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But anyway, congratulations to Amy Poehler. She is amazing. What do you got there, Lady Rock?
All right, so I think it's precious when guys are best friends, like Ben Affleck and Matt Damon.
Yeah.
So cute. I didn't realize this. They had co-written together the big hit Good Will Hunting,
Yeah.
which came out in 1997.
Yeah, they're both in it.
Do you know why they did that? Did it tell you why they did it?
Why?
Because they couldn't get roles. They were both actors trying to break into Hollywood, and they couldn't get roles, and so they're like, let's write something like and do this. And they wrote it, and it became their own vehicle, and then they ended up being wildly successful.
We would have missed out on Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. Wow.
You could pass on Ben Affleck, but Matt Damon would be a loss.
Well, after the movie was made, they both made $600,000 for the movie.
Each?
No.
Total?
Together.
Wow.
Taxes took a lot of that. Eventually, they each ended up with $110,000.
Oh my gosh! So after they
What did
pay
the movie
managers see, this is the thing about it. You're as an artist or an actor, your check gets divided so many ways, and so like I get that, but you also have to remember too. This was their first foray. This was their shot, and so like a band that signs a bad first record deal. You need that to get you out there, and so you got to take your lumps.
Well, and what they purchased with that $110,000 shows a lot of the impact that they were brand new to this world, because they each bought Jeep Cherokees worth $55,000.
Okay, so that's half of their money right there.
Then they also rented out a party house that cost them $5,000 a month.
Nice.
It was in Hollywood.
Nice.
Okay. They were broke within 6 months.
It's funny because going into that, I was going to say they probably weren't like living large because they hadn't had any success.
Exactly.
They did the opposite of what they should have done.
But don't worry about them, because I did look up their net worth.
Oh, really?
Okay, Ben Affleck is worth $150 million.
Wow.
And Matt Damon is worth $170 million.
I would have thought Damon would be worth way more.
Ben still does.
Ben does
tons
more
of
movies, I feel.
Yeah, Ben and Matt, I feel like do equal parts movies.
I think Matt does better movies,
I do
probably. Like Ben, like his last thing was The Accountant 2, where he's like a shooter guy, a assassin guy.
I think something that worked against Ben Affleck is his relationship status.
Yes.
So Matt Damon, I don't know as much about his, so that tells me that there's not much drama behind it.
Right.
But with Ben, he was with so many girls.
Yeah.
Like he married Jennifer Garner, had 3 kids, then divorced. He was back and forth with Jennifer Lopez. They got divorced.
Yeah.
I think he's divorced a lot of women.
Had like the alcoholism rocking him and stuff. So yeah, he's been in the public eye.
Whereas Matt Damon, he may have gotten married twice. I'm not sure. He may have been with the same woman.
I will say this, that Ben Affleck, like some of his movies I've liked-ish, like, all right, that's fine. His
think of one that
Dunkin' commercials are the best.
Oh my gosh. I liked him in Pearl Harbor with
He
Josh
was good in
Hartnett.
that. Yes, he was good in that.
I did like that one.
Yeah.
But that's the only movie I
It's
can
like,
think of.
name Ben Affleck movies. I can name Accountant 1 and Accountant 2.
What's the one where the asteroid's coming down and they have to go up?
Oh, Armageddon. That's
Armageddon.
good.
That one was good.
He was good in a Boston bank robbery one. The Town. Yeah, The Town. Like, he was good. He's probably better than we give him credit for.
They have a movie coming out this year. I think
The two of
it's
them?
them where they're both Miami cops. And
Yeah.
there's like a dirty deal going
Yeah.
on or
I
something.
like that they're best friends. I think that's so cute.
I do. I think that's good, and that's how you started the story.
Yeah,
Like, you
it's
think
just so cute. I
Yeah.
think it's precious. They actually grew up on the same street.
Oh, did they really? That's cool. Like,
They were kids.
That
and they
loyalty.
made the promise to each other that if one made it, the other they would shoot for the
That's
other
commitment.
See, that's the loyalty thing that you don't have a lot of times in Hollywood.
one. He has
in
a better
music.
relationship with Matt Damon than he does with any other
His
woman.
wives, yeah, because Matt Damon's made him money. The other ones just cost him money. That's how that works.
Matt Damon's been married for 21 years now to the same person from getting married in 2005.
Oh,
I
wow.
don't know who she is though.
I think she's a model, but I could be wrong. I will say, to me, that shows that your personal life, if it's messy, can have it can hurt you a little bit.
Yeah. Well, also too, it shows the fact that he's steady And when Affleck was all over the map, he was still loyal to him and tried to help him.
Yeah.
And because there were stories about him helping him during his alcohol stuff.
Yeah.
And that shows like in his other relationships, like being with his wife for that many years in Hollywood where relationships come and go.
Right.
So there you go.
So sweet.
That is cute. All right. Do you have any birthdays for us? Speaking
I
of
don't.
Cute. Okay. We have time for a question if you want to do that, and then we got a meeting.
If you have a shout out that you want to give, just text the word shout out to 91979.
And always ask a question because we do like the questions. And even if you don't have a shout out and you just want to put a question in that you've always wanted to ask, we'll take that too. We love that.
Emma asked, "What's the last funny thing you Googled?"
Oh, jinkies.
I
got to look and see like a lot. We used to do that game.
Great googly.
No. The history, whole lot of history.
You and me.
Got a whole lot. Okay, I was on TikTok. I probably just had my identity stolen, but there was a trucker, an ad, and this trucker is standing next to his truck, and he's got this big old belly, and he pulls up his shirt, and he sticks something on it, and then he's driving, and he pulls up his shirt, and he sticks something on it, and then the next time he sticks something on it, he's this tiny guy you don't even recognize, and so it was like this weight loss patch, so that was the last thing I Googled.
A weight loss patch.
Yeah, lose weight quickly and healthily. Burberny and NAD. I have no idea what it is.
Googled gallstones.
Oh, did you really? Did you do that for me or for you?
For you.
Oh, thank you.
I Googled Chili and Matthew Lawrence. I just realized this recently. Do you remember the Lawrence brothers?
Yeah.
They were big back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Okay. So the oldest one, I
Joey.
think. Yeah. But there was the middle one.
I never knew that one.
I don't remember his name. Anyways, he is married now to Chili from TLC.
No way.
Yes, way.
Interesting.
And I think there's like an 8 or 9 year age gap, maybe, but she's older.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was just shook to my core that had you told me back in the 90s that those two were going to end up together, I would have
very
been like,
different worlds.
Absolutely not. But they went to like a 90s nostalgia event. They were both on, and then they were flying home on the same flight.
Interesting.
And that's how they started talking.
Oh, there you
But
go.
just crazy.
Yeah.
So I had to look it up and be like, get the timeline.
Did is we know Left Eye is gone. Is T-Boz still alive? Cause she had like sickle cell and she had health issues like her whole life.
Go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to.
Nice. Well, that's a great way.
I know that you're lead your way on nothing at all, but I think you're moving too fast. Okay.
All right, that'll do it. And that's a great way to go out for the Aftercast. And as always, thanks for being a potty and listening to this non-award-winning podcast. That's how we need to start selling this thing.